Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Socially Selective Podcast with Jenny and
Kaycee.
Ooh, this is episode 2, so thank you for sticking around.
Also, we got a lot of reviews saying that our voices sound the same.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't agree. But
also,
this is how I will speak from now on.
And I will speak like this. No, totally kidding. That's something that unfortunately we can't change. We tried, and you saw that. That's not cute. So, yeah, maybe one day you'll get to know us. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Or you can think we're the same because we basically
We are the same person. We matched today and didn't even try.
I know. Look at this.
White top and
Always
mom jeans. Always
vibes.
Matching. What'd you do this weekend, Jen?
So this weekend, Kaycee and I decided to switch up the roles. I decided to go out and be crazy. And I invited her to go out with me, and I never go out. So I was super upset when she said no, but it's okay. Like, she needed a self-care day, so it's fine.
I had a mental breakdown, Jenny.
And I fully support that for you. But yeah, I was a little bummed because I ended up getting drunk by myself. Not by myself, but
It's like, Jesus.
our friends had a going away party, so we went to their going away party at the Eddy, if you guys know, and it was so much fun. But I drank too many shots. If you know me, you know I can't take shots because I will puke, and that is exactly what happened. I went home and I threw up, and it didn't feel good. Then on Saturday, I had told myself I was going to be super productive. Did nothing because I felt sick, and I was just so ashamed of myself. So I think this week I'm going to let Kaycee take the wheel back and go out by herself without me ever again.
Yeah, we definitely switched roles. I stayed home and ordered DoorDash. I ordered some pizza. If you know me, you know I love pizza. And then Jenny, stop wiggling around your coffee.
Because that was my ice.
What a noob. It sounds really nice though once you shake it.
Listen.
Sounds like the commercials at the movies when they're trying to sell you the Coke. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
exactly
the heck? Now I'm thirsty. Can someone go get us? Go in a coffee room, somebody.
Assistant, where are you?
Assistant.
We don't have one.
We're too broke for that. But yeah, I stayed home, watched Netflix. I watched Bridgerton, you guys, and I just started All American. I just want to give a huge shout out to whoever casted the people for All American.
Amazing.
You did a great job.
Watched all the new season already?
No, I just started it.
Okay.
But whoever the casting director was for All American, props to you, buddy, because your cast won some of the most best, men hot,
so
women hot,
Everybody,
all around.
just attractive, yeah.
Even the
love them all.
grandmas on that show. I was like,
yes,
why are they?
How are you a grandma? You're too cute to be looking this good.
You look like you're in a sorority, sister.
So we wanted to tell you guys, actually, before we get started, we are always receptive to feedback. Aside from the voice thing, we'll change things around. If we mess up, we are human. We will take that on, and we'll try to better ourselves because we are by far not perfect by any means, and we don't claim to be. Kaycee said she is, but I can tell you that I'm not. And so we are willing to grow. If we say something that may not be right, please educate us on it. We will take that feedback, we will learn, and we will grow together. So yeah.
And don't ever feel like you're going to offend us. It takes a lot to get under our skin.
Yeah, so we're just going to take that as constructive criticism unless you're hating, which we haven't received any hate. We're just saying this for just in case we do mess up, please call us out on it because we don't want to look like clowns.
You can't cancel us already, guys. Not quite.
Nobody's canceled us, but we just don't want to cancel ourselves.
All right, so this week, what are we talking about, Jen?
Episode 2 is a Q&A. What? Woo! We asked you guys on Insta to send us questions, and you did. You didn't disappoint. So we're going to get started with some listener questions.
First one is, does it matter if a man has a big body count? I'll let you answer first.
When I was dating my husband, it doesn't matter now, I guess. But when I was dating, I didn't think it was an issue unless it was an extreme amount. But what's extreme to you?
I don't know. I honestly don't think it matters.
You don't think it
matters? To
me,
it doesn't.
If it was 100, would it matter to you?
No, as long as they've been tested.
That's,
You know what I mean?
That's a big one, yeah.
Because you could sleep with like 5 people and you could
And,
be
like,
infected.
chlamydia.
Oh, get away from me. No.
I know some of you guys.
Chava, do
Got
you
that
care?
clap.
You got the clap,
Do I
guys?
care if a guy has a high
No.
body count?
Would you care if a girl had a big body count?
Yeah.
Or whatever gender you're into?
Would that make
But do you
feel
think it's the
some
same
type
for
of way?
both genders?
So I feel like, and this is something we need to normalize, you guys. Women get shunned for sleeping around, but guess what, honey? If he's at 20 and you're at 20, that is equal to me. And so it should be the same. If you have 10 and I don't have 10, but like if I did.
Jenny's like, I have 50.
Yeah, girls get criticized more than guys. I think if you guys are around an equal pace and you're comfortable with that, that's okay. Like, whatever, I don't know, as long as you don't have an STD, does it matter?
Here's my
It
take
really
on it. I
doesn't.
agree with the testing thing.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think 10 for a girl is the same for 10 for a guy.
And
What do you
I agree
mean?
with that. No, I agree
Like,
with that.
okay, so let me,
Because they get
for a
shunned.
guy,
Do you agree?
for a guy to lay, 10 bodies, that's good. Wait, hear me
Chava,
on
I
this.
didn't know you were like that.
No, wait.
Chava's judging women.
It's not gonna be
No,
as
I'm
easy
kidding, we'll
because
let
guys get rejected like a lot,
Some guys, I mean, if you're a little hater like that.
Who? Wait,
Does that make
rejected a
sense?
lot. Reject
Like guys shun girls, like what I was saying.
Oh yeah, they 100% do.
Or
but
even
Like, how
girls
many
shame
times have you
girls.
rejected a guy because he wasn't cute, because he didn't have no
a
game?
lot of times.
Oh, so you're saying girls are more selective. You're not saying that it's bad that they sleep around. Okay, so you think girls
Some-
have higher standards.
Yeah.
Some girls
So
do.
the thing is, like, if you have higher standards, then your body count is gonna be lower. Therefore,
Okay, I get you.
But what if you meet
What
like
if you don't?
10 perfect men and
you're
you
like,
want to, and if you,
"Ooh."
yeah, what if you're just that lucky one?
I mean, if you're that attracted, you might.
Well, thank you because I have.
Just kidding. Kaycee's like that, so I was talking about
So I
myself.
was talking about myself. Thanks for answering. This was
I don't
actually
know.
my
That's
question.
good. I mean,
guys.
no, that's,
No,
that's a
that's-
valid point. Yeah, maybe some girls do have higher standards, but I do think that girls are frowned upon more so if they have a higher body count than guys. Do I personally think it's an issue? No. Like, you can sleep around how many ever times.
Yeah.
But before you get with someone, you should make sure both of you don't have anything. Get tested. It's literally free.
Yeah, it's literally free.
$99. Okay, it's free. So just go do it. It takes 10-15 minutes out of your day just to not spread gonorrhea or chlamydia, which, let me just say, are really high. I work at a clinic and these are really high in Reno, and so just get it together. Okay, just get tested. Sleep with whoever you want, just get tested.
That sounds. It's really high in Reno.
It's really high in Reno.
That's
Chlamydia and
disgusting.
gonorrhea,
Thank
which
God.
is okay, you guys, because like if you get it, you can cure it.
But literally,
There's
get
antibiotics.
tested, you guys.
I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like, whenever I have a new partner, that's something I ask. Like, hey, are you clean, baby?
It's the testing for
Because
me.
I'm clean. After every partner I get tested, you never know. You never
And that's
know.
how it should
Trust
be.
no one.
That's how it should be.
So, yeah. That
Next
was that question.
question.
That was a good one.
Okay, so the next question was, what are your favorite qualities from a man? Yeah.
Oh God, this is difficult. I'm gonna sound very cold-hearted, but definitely you have to be funny. Look at Chava. Chava's like taking notes right now. He's like,
Let me pull out my
somebody give me a
pen,
pen.
guys.
Anyway,
Okay,
funny, athletic. I feel like you have to like to work out because I like to work out. Adventurous. I can't date someone that's boring. And is this a quality? Very family oriented.
Qualities. Yeah, oriented.
And then to the good stuff has to be at least 6 foot, dark, and handsome.
She describes the person that she's dating. She's like, so, just, I mean, him?
I mean, and then like,
And then if your name
Really?
isn't this, probably not the one.
no, but I honestly feel like I have to be like physically attracted to someone to like date them.
I
Like
think that's-
personality can
yeah.
only get you so far, baby.
And I'm the opposite. I think personality like goes a long way. I usually, because looks are only going to take you so far, baby. If we're all going to get old and ugly, and I'm just going to put that out there now. If you're beautiful now, cool. But guess what? We're all going down the same path of aging, and you're going to get ugly. I'm going to get ugly. You're going to get ugly. We're all going to get ugly and old. And so what's
Unless
going to
you're
keep me
rich.
there? I don't know.
All
Sometimes.
the plastic surgery.
Yeah, but sometimes that makes you ugly.
It does.
You know.
Uglier than you
Yeah.
already are.
Botched. I mean, just go to a good one, I guess.
Just watch Bravo.
But yeah, so personality is going to take you the longest way. And my biggest one is patience, because I'm just such a spicy little girl that I need someone that can handle all this sass.
It sounded very sexual. I'm a spicy little girl.
And, you know, Julio, I mean, thank you, baby, for handling all this and being patient with me and making me laugh and just being the best fiance in the world. So yeah, so my qualities, all the ones that Julio has. And if you don't know, if you don't know him, you get to know him. I choked on my spit. This is gonna happen often.
No, please keep that up. She's like, and if you know,
it went down the wrong hole. But yeah, so my quality, if your name is Julio Mesa, ooh, I love you.
That's the one thing you look for.
That's the one thing I look for.
All right. What kind of insecurities do women or anyone in general have that make... I can't see, dude. I'm so blind. Guys, my contacts are blurry. All right. What kind of insecurities do women or anyone in general have that make them talk badly, aka talk shit about others, especially people close to them? I'll let you go first.
I think this is pretty important. There's been research shown, actually. Could I cite it for you? No, because I never know names. But whatever you're insecure about in yourself is usually what you judge people for first. And so I think that brings on a lot of the shit talking. Like if you're, let's say you don't like your hair, you're going to notice that about people first. You're going to be like, oh, that bitch's hair is ugly, but it's probably beautiful. And you're just projecting your own insecurities, as we talked about in the last episode, onto that person because that's something that you worry about. So I think that's the biggest thing. When you're insecure about yourself, you're going to put that out there. Like if you're bringing in hate, that's what you're going to give. But if you're loving yourself, you're going to be like, ooh, that girl's looking good. Like, I love her hair. So that's what I think brings it on.
And you can always tell when someone's insecure because they can never compliment someone. They're always like finding something negative about each person. It's like, you're just insecure.
You don't gotta do that. And it's okay if you're insecure. Just notice that you are and work on yourself.
And don't be nasty towards others.
Don't be nasty. No, that's not cute. Yeah, try to be positive. Maybe be like, oh my God, you know what? Maybe I don't like her hair. Okay, mentally. Don't say these things out loud. If you got something bad to say, keep it inside, all right? But work on projecting positivity. Say, oh, I don't like her hair, but ooh, those shoes are super cute. You know, like switch up the narrative in your head.
I like that. Wow.
I think that'll be good for everybody.
Jenny, what's the most ridiculous pickup line someone's used on you?
Ooh, so I haven't gotten hit on in a while.
Oh, shut up. No, that's a lie. That has to be a lie.
No, but the last corny pickup line somebody's given me, and this was when I was in high school. It was just so weird. It's really cringe. Don't be weird like this. And he came up to me in the lunchroom when I was studying. So first of all, don't ever mess with me when I'm studying. I didn't go there to look at you. I went to look at my book. So I was studying and he goes, are you from Tennessee?
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Because you're the only 10 I see. And I look around and I'm like, is he talking to me? I know
the audacity.
And so I was like, oh, haha, thanks. But lines like that, like cheesy pickup lines, not gonna get you
Not
far.
a vibe.
No, I didn't like it. You didn't get my number, and I would never. Because
And
it just
no one
wasn't
laughs.
authentic.
And it's not even
That
funny.
was a fake laugh.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was a cough, baby. That wasn't even a laugh. That's the laugh. There you go. Still sounds like a cough, but it's still cute. All right. The most ridiculous pickup line
for you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this happened at the Eddy. If you're from
Recently?
Reno, no, this year.
A little bit.
If you're from Reno and you go to the women, this is out to my ladies. You're from Reno, you go to the Eddy, you know you're gonna get hit on. And you're probably gonna hit on the guy holding the dog, right? Every guy brings.
You know what?
dogs
That brings
to the
you
Eddy.
in, yeah. Because you're like, oh,
we got the
so cute.
puppies.
Especially if you're drunk, you're like, I just want to touch the dog.
Yeah. Does the dog need a mommy?
Except not you. I don't want to be your mommy.
Yeah. There you go. But so I was at the Eddy with my coworkers, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Oh, you're Latina, aren't you?" And I was like, "Hi."
Ooh.
Like, didn't even say like, "Hey, what's up? What's your name?" It was like, "You're Latina," and I was like, "Yeah." And he like took a while, and he was like, "So you're like spicy?" And I said,
Only we can say we're spicy. You
I'm
can't
not a
tell us that
fucking
we're spicy.
flavor, first of all. And yes, I am spicy, but now that you said
Not
it,
to
I don't
you.
even want it anymore. It was just David. And I like looked at him and I just looked away.
Yeah, because we're not going to put up with things like that. Guys, just be authentic. You don't have to do a weird pickup line that's creepy.
Yeah, and don't call a Hispanic girl spicy. What the heck is
No.
wrong with you?
All right, Kaycee, next question. What is the hardest thing about being a woman?
Oof.
Isn't this tough?
This is
a good
hard.
question. Yeah, it was a
the
good
toughest
question.
thing about being a woman. God,
I know.
But there's so many of
I
them.
know. Pick like 3.
I would say being underestimated
Mm-hmm.
by men and other women.
Yeah, that's true. Women are our biggest critics, and that's why we want to focus on positivity, not hating. You don't have to hate.
Yeah,
We
that's
can
why it's
love
so
each other.
sad when like
We have to push each
girls
other to be better.
compete and like
Yeah.
try to make everything a competition, because it's like, dude, I'm already like struggling trying to prove that I'm worth it to
Yeah.
these people.
We
Like,
already get paid
I don't
less.
Yeah, like I don't
come
need you hating on me too.
Yeah.
What is wrong? But that would be like my top one and only one.
Getting understood.
Yeah.
So physically, I think the worst part of being a woman obviously is getting a period, because I hate bleeding, you guys. I hate bleeding. It's just not a good time, and you feel fat, and you actually do get fat. Like bloating is real.
It's a real thing.
Sometimes I'll be looking like I'm pregnant, and I promise you that I'm not. I'm probably just on my period. But yeah, it just doesn't feel good. And the inequality, it's the inequality for me too. Yeah, I do wish I got paid as much as a white man. Yeah. And being women of
And-
color too, we
yeah.
get paid less.
Oh yeah, that's even harder.
Which, being honest, like we should get paid more because we speak Spanish.
Ooh,
So
bilingual.
that's double the people we're communicating to. And that's not something we brought up, actually. We're both Mexican.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we are both Latinas. And so, yeah, I just want to get paid a lot.
Because I work my ass off. Literally, how many jobs do we have? We have like 3 jobs, don't we?
We have lots of jobs.
We're
We're working women.
Yeah, we're working
Trying to
women.
hustle.
All right, Jen, your turn. What is your personal favorite thing about being a woman?
I think my favorite thing about being a woman is like getting ready.
Me too.
I
We're
don't know,
such girly
it's just
girls.
so fun. Yeah, and if that's not your thing, that's cool. But like, that's
Yeah.
probably my favorite thing, because I can go from being real ugly
Yeah.
to being just so beautiful in a matter of, depending how time takes me to do my makeup, but like usually 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's my favorite part
Drastic. I can go from looking sick to healthy.
too. I can go from hobo to Fashion Nova
chic.
model. That's my favorite thing too. I love getting ready. I like, my favorite thing is like when we have plans with the girls, like for brunch or something. Yeah, I said brunch.
Because we wake up early.
We look good, and we go get some mimosas with the girlies, and it's just so fun.
Day
like when
drinking
you
is just the best.
in your dress in
Yes, you feel
summer.
so good.
Oh, we're such girly girls.
We need to do
We're
that.
gonna get bashed for that. What's your favorite thing about being a woman?
Yeah,
looking hot.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't care.
Why are we vain?
Why do we want to look pretty? Are
Kaycee.
periods actually that
Yeah.
bad?
Yeah.
Are they, Jenny?
Yes, dude. I already
You were
talked
just
about
wet-
it, you
just
guys. I
venting.
freaking hate being on my period. But then if I don't get my period, I mean,
Oh.
you know what that means. So I love
least-
it.
at least
love
you're
it
not
and hate
pregnant.
it. That's the only reason I love it, because I know I'm not pregnant and I don't want to be a mom. But yeah, no, periods suck. They suck. Not only do you get pale, or at least I get pale, you bleed a ton, like I mentioned, you get fat. Sometimes your nipples are sensitive. It's just not a good time.
And you can't have sex. I mean, you can.
You can.
But it's like, I mean, I'm not into that shit, but okay. Jenny's like, I say,
That was my answer.
skip. I'll skip that.
If somebody tells you that they don't want to have sex with you because you're on your period, find yourself a new partner.
Oh, Chava, you're taking notes.
Take a note of that.
That's how you get women, clearly.
Love them in all their stages, not just their free period ones.
Chava's so
Chava didn't want to know. He's like, I don't want to know about periods.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you're looking for a girlfriend. You need to know these things.
Yeah.
All right, Jen.
Do you think it's okay to date a friend's ex?
No. That's like a hard no for me.
Yeah.
I think that's breaking girl code. And
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
I get so passionate about this.
Ex is about even like not good friends. Like, let's say you're an acquaintance of mine and your ex-boyfriend that you dated a long time hits on me. Oh, I'm
No.
so respectful. I'll be
What
like,
the
oh, I'm
hell?
so sorry. Like, we were best friends in middle school and you dated like she was my best friend in middle school and you dated her, and so I just could never date you. This actually did happen to me.
It happened to me too.
Yeah, and so I was like, no, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I just can't do it. Because I'll always see him as her boyfriend. And if you can date your friend's exes, I mean, maybe that wasn't really your friend. Because I would never.
It's disrespectful.
Never.
It's just so disrespectful.
There's so many men in the world for you to date somebody your friend dated. No, thank you.
Seriously.
Or when your best friend ends up with your like boyfriend. Ooh, no, I don't like that.
Or like when your sister ends up with your ex-boyfriend.
When your sister?
Yeah, you have never heard of that? I mean, my sister would never. You have very different
tastes. Oh yeah, my sister and I have different tastes too. I would never date any of the guys. Ooh, actually, that's one too. Some guys that my sister is 4 years older than me. Some guys that she used to date would hit on me. Ooh, baby, you were too old for me. I'm not into like big age gaps. Julio's only a year older than me. And that's freaking weird because why can't you get somebody your own age? Also, you were dating my sister. Why would I ever want to get you?
What's the age difference between you and your sister?
4 years.
You want to know something? So my ex of 4 years, we were 4 years apart.
No.
Like I started dating. No, he would never hit on my sister. I would murder him.
That's where you were going with that.
No, but you said you weren't into age gaps. We should make another episode about age gaps. But
I'm not into
that. Was like the biggest age gap I had, and I was like 19 and he was 22 when we met.
Which I think it's normal if you guys are in like the same age. Like the same stage in your life. If you're in the same stage, like you're both going to college, stuff like that. Like you have to have similar things going on for you to be understanding to them. Because I know a lot of people that have dated like other older guys, and like let's say this girl's in college and this guy's like in his career or whatever. He gets upset with her about not spending a lot of time with him, or vice versa. She gets upset with him for not spending a lot of time with him, and so they have to be understanding of that, or like it's just not going to work out. Because at the end of the day, I mean, school is your priority because that's how you're going to get your career. If you're failing, baby, you're not going to get anywhere. So yeah, I don't know. You have to be in the same stage. And if you're 30 and you're 20 and you're in the same stage, cool, but it's not for me, I don't think. It's just weird.
What question did this go
off
of?
This
we went off of like, we went off the rails.
Date a friend's ex.
And then we're like, and then the age gap. Oh my God, the age gap. Long story short, do not date your friend's ex.
Don't date your friends.
Don't date anyone that's hella old. Just kidding. You can totally. Go for it, sis.
If you want to have a sugar daddy, or you fully support
get it,
that.
sisters.
Do you think it's okay to sleep with a guy your friend has slept with? Dun, dun, dun. And this doesn't have to be like a boyfriend. It could just be like somebody that your friend had sex with.
I think that's kind of gross.
It's same answer. There are too many people for you to be messing around with the same ones. Mm-hmm. Unless you're into that, you want to be. Is it snow sisters? Is it snow bunnies?
No, it's Eskimo sisters.
Oh, Eskimo. I always get that wrong.
That's disgusting.
Eskimo sisters.
And I feel like a lot of friends are cool with that. Like they sleep around with the same guys, like girls in their friend group.
Yeah,
and I'm
weird.
Like,
I'm not part of those friend groups.
Miss me with that.
Thank you.
Because that's disgusting.
What friend group is that? Ooh, I don't want to be a part of it. Yeah. No. If that's okay with you, I mean, go ahead and share spit. But that's just not something I'm into.
You want to swap spit with your besties?
Yeah. Just make out with your friend if you want to like.
Seriously.
You don't have to. Yeah, no. It's a no for me too.
Yeah.
No. You guys. But if you choose to do that, I mean, go ahead.
We're not judging, but we are judging. What do you do when your friends hate your partner and you are constantly fighting with them, Jenny?
I think that's so tough. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody hates my man. If anything, everybody loves Julio more than they love me, except for Kaycee because she.
Yeah, I was like, I don't love Julio more.
I was like, don't you not to that?
I was like, yeah, we all love Julio.
I was like, no. Yeah, everybody loves Julio. I think this one's hard because if your friends don't get along with your current boyfriend, like, isn't that a red flag? You know, it's just something to consider. Like, if your friends are haters, I mean, okay, don't listen to them. But depending on the relationship that you have with that person, like, let's say your mom hates your current boyfriend, there's something there. Mm-hmm. Maybe look into that and say, like, why do you hate them? Are you just hating because, like, I'm not spending time with you? Or are you hating because they are a shitty person? Like, there has to be, if the reason is valid why they don't like him, maybe do some self-reflection, be like, hey, is this the person for me?
And I feel like moms always know. Moms are always right.
Yeah.
Like, anytime my mom has a bad feeling about someone and I don't listen and I keep being friends with them or dating them, it always ends really bad.
Yeah. Well,
like, they always know.
And if your mom tells you that's cool, but my mom lets us make our own mistakes.
Oh no, my mom was she's so brutal
my
too.
My mom's like, because my mom means the world to me. I've already said that, so her opinion is number one. And so when I've broken up with exes, she'd be like, yeah, like I didn't really like him, and I'm like, oh,
you should have told
why didn't you tell me while we were dating? And she's like, I didn't like want to ruin it for you. You need to figure these things out on your own. And so I commend my mom for that. But like, if you had told me that they were losers, you would have saved me a couple months, Mom. You would have saved me a couple months
of my life.
Or a couple years, because a couple of you took a couple years of my life.
Oh my god, that's a lot of years, Jen. Jesus Christ.
Just kidding. Julio was my longest relationship. Before him, I had only dated one guy for a year and a little extra, and yeah.
Yeah, I've only dated 2 guys,
Yeah.
but big chunks for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Like my first boyfriend was like
that was a really long time.
3 years.
But
all of high school. No, in high school we were like
3 years.
Can you believe my most serious and like healthy relationship was in high school? And then my next boyfriend was in college, and the most toxic relationship I've ever had.
This goes with the next question. Kaycee, would you date a guy if he tried getting with your bestie, aka me?
You're like, I'm the best.
Me, or any other friend. Close friend.
If he originally tried to get with them and then like didn't work out, so he like
I'm
with
your
you. I'm his rebound
kind of.
Yeah, no.
Or let's say no, if it's a rebound, like immediately after.
Oh, that's just so stupid. Like,
Okay,
why would I say yes?
It's weird. Yeah, let's switch it up. What if it was like 2 years later?
Wait, if he just hit on my friend,
You were like a light bulb clicked.
I was like,
yeah,
ding. No.
you can get it.
No. So if he first tried, like, let's say a guy first like hit on you and it didn't work out, 2 years later he's like trying to hit on me. I don't think that's ever worked for anyone.
No, it's just weird.
Like, remember that guy that's hit on like our entire friend group?
Oh god.
Like, he's never gonna be in. He's never gonna get in anymore.
There was this one guy that kept hitting on us, and first of all, it was so weird.
And we post like
We
our
post each
4
other.
girlfriends. We always post each other. Like, you should know that we are
Kaycee was like,
besties.
this guy's getting at me, and I was like, oh my god, he used to try to get at me, and then our other friend was like,
Me too.
he used to get at me too, and I was
Yeah.
like, he's been around the whole squad, but
He's
failed
tried
with
with
everybody.
everyone.
Failed with everybody. And this
Sorry,
guy's like
bud.
not ugly, just
He just doesn't know. He has no game. You guys,
no,
no game at all.
Just too desperate. And that's another thing, guys. Don't be desperate. Hold yourself at a high standard.
And going back to the question, I feel like that comes off as desperate if they like originally hit on you
going
and doesn't
around
work
the
out
group.
and then tries to get at me. That's
little friend circle
disgusting.
thing.
No,
It's a no for me. If any guy tried dating, if you've ever dated Kaycee, I mean, you can't date me because I'm engaged. But let's say, I mean, I am engaged. I'm not going to say I'm not. No, I would never. If anybody dated Kaycee, nope. If anybody ever looked at Kaycee, no, thank you. You can't look at her and look at me. Just kidding. That's intense, but no, it's a no.
I was like, oh my god, is that how you feel? Jen, so since you're engaged and all, tell us, how do you get a man?
Ooh, this is.
I love that this was
question.
asked by a very beautiful woman.
Yeah,
that we adore and
our
love.
close friend.
Right?
I think you get a man by not trying too hard. When you're actively looking for someone and you're like, oh my god, I like really want to date someone. I want to be with someone. You're not going to find anyone. Whenever I was in those moments where I was like, you know what, I'm ready to date someone. I'm ready to be wifed up. Never happened for me. I think it's that desperate energy you're putting out into the world.
Oh, and guys smell that. They can
The
smell
universe
desperation.
is like, nope, bye girl,
Yeah.
like stay single.
Gets in your face.
Yes,
Yeah.
but then when you're like, you know what, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to start loving myself. It just comes to you. When you're putting out that energy of like, oh, I'm a bad bitch. Like, I'm working on myself. It just comes to you. So like, don't actively be looking. Focus on loving yourself, building yourself, and the guys will come. Yeah. And if you have to reach for it, it's probably not yours. Just let it come to you.
I have nothing else to say because she said it all. That was amazing.
Period.
And mic
Period.
drop. Okay, why is it so difficult for non-parents to date a person with kids? I personally don't even know if I want kids.
Yeah.
So that would be my first like thought, you know.
First answer.
Like if I don't even want kids of my own, I don't think I would want to like care for
Somebody
kids that are
else's
not even
kids.
mine.
Yeah.
But that's a personal opinion.
Yes,
I don't.
yes.
Do you want to have kids in the future?
I go back and forth. That's something that Julio really wanted, and at a time, I used to want to have 10 kids. Crazy. And then I babysat my brother for a summer, and I was like, you know what? Maybe just
one
kid.
Yeah.
Because my brother was so annoying, but he's not annoying anymore. I love you. So yeah, I think not knowing if you want that for yourself makes it hard to automatically be in that role. Because when you're pregnant, at least you have those 9 months to like mentally prepare yourself. Like, hey, I'm gonna be a mom. Got to get it together. But when you automatically go one day from like, being single to having a baby and a husband to take care of, or like a boyfriend, whatever, it's tough. It's a tough transition. I think people struggle with change. I don't think I could do it just in the stage that I'm at in my life, but maybe, and I know a lot of wonderful women that are in that stage, that they want to be moms and don't want to have babies for themselves. So you just have to seek those women. Not all women are going to be your cup of tea, or going to want to be that mom for your kid, but seek the people that do want to do that. So yeah, for me, it's a no, because I'm just not at that stage in my life where I am able to take care of myself. I can't even take care of myself. And so I couldn't be able to I couldn't take care of somebody else. I could not. So realistically, I'm just being honest, I couldn't do it. But I know a lot of girls that would. And so
yeah, props to those girls.
Props to you girls, or props to you guys that want to be daddies.
Yeah, that get with the single moms, and they're the best parents ever.
And I think that's so amazing. It's beautiful for you to want to be a parent to someone that's not yours, like adopting and stuff. It's just a beautiful thing, but some people are just not ready for that.
No,
I think it'd be easy because kids are just so lovable.
I mean, yeah, kids are fun.
Because we get obsessed with children.
But I just don't know
Kaycee
if
and I used to
can
take care of kids.
Yeah.
And I love those kids.
Oh
I love
my
those
gosh,
kids so
my
much.
last day I cried. I cried for like a week.
I cried in the car. I went home and I was like, I'm never gonna see you guys again. I love you guys so much. So kids are so easy to fall in love with, but it's a big responsibility, and if you can't take that on,
don't even do it. Don't even bother.
And if you're gonna walk out on that person too, like, don't even be a part of that kid's life if you're gonna walk out immediately. So that's a tough question, but just look for the people that do want that, because they're out there. I know.
I've seen it happen.
Yes.
It happens in real life, guys.
Kaycee, do you think it's okay to stay friends with your exes?
I think that's okay. I think it depends if like your relationship, if it was like a healthy breakup or a very toxic breakup, because I'm still friends with my first boyfriend. Like,
oh, that's good.
We follow each other on Instagram, we catch up sometimes, but my second boyfriend, heck no. Like, I'm so lucky I haven't seen him. It's a hard no for me. I'm so happy that I have not ran into him, because that would be the most awkward situation ever. But I think it's okay as long as you guys are both mature and you're not toxic to each other.
Yeah, I think so too. If you ended on a good note and that isn't gonna hold you back from moving on with your life, then do it. Stay friends with your exes. Have I personally stayed friends with my exes? No, because once we're done, I honestly don't care what you're up to. I'm the type of ex that, like, the day that we end is the day that I'm wiped off the earth for you, because I blocked you off everything. I don't want to see your life. I don't care if you see my life. It didn't work out for a reason. So no, I just don't want to be your friend. Except for...
I was like, really?
For exes,
for
like
everyone?
real exes, for sure.
Even if you were like good friends?
I've only had like one ex. Like two.
And they were bad?
I don't know. It ended weird. Yeah, so...
Oh yeah, well then I
don't
can
want
understand.
To be your friend.
That's all.
But like, if it ended well, I'm friends with guys that I've dated.
Yeah, me too.
But that's different, they're not your ex, technically. So yeah, I'm still friends with guys that I dated, because they're cool. And they didn't break my heart. But the guys that did break my heart, or if I broke your heart, I just don't want to hang out with you ever, okay? But if you choose to be friends with your exes, that's fine. Although there was an experiment that like shows that if you actively try to be friends with your exes, like, there's a little bit of, I think you're like a little bit of a sociopath. I don't know. I don't know if it's like research based, but it came out, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it's not the worst thing to be.
I mean, I don't want to be called anything like.
But it's just a little weird. Like, if you're actively wanting to be friends with your ex, why?
It's a little desperate. It's a little desperate.
Why are you still trying to be a part of their life? It's just,
especially if you have a different partner. If you have a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend and you're still trying to be friends with your ex, that's odd.
I wouldn't want to be hanging around Julio's exes.
Oh heck no! You're kidding me?
I mean, I'll hang out with you guys, but
Like,
What,
I don't
as
know.
far as
Do you want to be
being-
friends with your exes?
Not like friends, but we can be cool. And like if I see you on the street, I'm gonna say hi.
That's
Yeah.
different,
You know,
though. That's
being
being
civil
cordial. I
and-
didn't say to be freaking rude. You can be cordial. You can say hi.
Because I don't know about friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Like no,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think so.
Because why do you care?
You can be friendly. I wouldn't go out of my way to hang out with any of my exes.
No, hell no.
If that's what we
Hell
mean,
no.
heck no. But like I'll be friendly if I see them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, "What's up?
We're like, hi.
What's up? I look
And
so
then-
good. It's your loss. Bye."
Bye.
Yeah. Jenny Lust. Cool. Just kidding. Second to last question.
Kaycee, is it a red flag if your partner follows their ex? On like social media.
Is it a red flag if they follow their ex?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
One of our listeners thinks that it is.
I don't think it is. I think it also depends on how long it's been since the breakup. So if it's like very recent, then why are you still following them? Like it's just kind of weird. Like if you're not fully over them, well, you shouldn't even
Why
be
are you still
dating.
stalking?
And yeah, why are you still stalking? But if it's been for like years, then I don't mind. I don't really care.
I don't think it's a red flag. Like if you're following your ex, I mean, I don't know why you're doing that, but
It's not like something
it's
drastic.
not something like, oh my
either.
god, we
yeah.
have to break up today.
Yeah.
No, but it's a little weird. I mean, I wouldn't
encourage it.
I wouldn't be like, yeah, go follow all your exes, see what they're up to, comment on their stuff, love their stuff. No. But I wouldn't break up with someone for following their
No, I
exes.
wouldn't break up with anybody
So it's
for
not a
that.
deal breaker.
But it's just a
also
little
weird.
sus. It's a little
Yeah.
sus.
Why are you doing that? Are you still obsessed with them?
All right. What is the hardest part of moving on, Jenny?
I think the hardest part of moving on is losing that best friend because I feel like when you date someone, you become best friends. And so them being a part of your life every single day for like X amount of days to automatically just one day not being a part of your life and someone you can't talk to, that sucks. That sucks because you literally like just lose a little bit of your heart.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm a little lonely. It's hard to be lonely sometimes.
Yeah, it's scary too.
It takes a lot of strength.
Yeah, I would say definitely because you become besties with that
your
person.
best friend, and they know so much about you that
and
it's
you're
so
used to
crazy.
like sharing everything with them,
Yeah.
and then getting close to their family too. Like,
oh, that's a
that's
big
so
one,
hard.
especially if you like their family
Yeah,
and
and they
you're
love
no
you.
longer like seeing them. It hurts your heart a
Yeah,
little bit. You're
that-
like, I miss you.
and it's not even like you miss the person you were dating.
You just miss
miss
their
the
family.
family. Yeah.
And it's so. I think it's more so. If you break up, I think it's for a reason. Like you shouldn't. I don't believe in breaking up and getting back together because you broke up for a reason that first time. So, I forgot where I was going with this, but I hit a wall.
What
Where's
even
my
was the
coffee?
question?
What are we talking about?
Where are we?
But I think that's hard. Yeah. I just wanted to like
What she
make
said.
up what I was saying, but it just didn't go. I forgot, you guys. I had a little brain fart.
Dude,
A
this
little sweaty.
entire episode has been a brain fart for me. I don't know
I'm
what
like,
is going on.
What day is it today?
Why are we in this house?
Yeah.
Welcome to having a podcast. That's every episode for me on the other one.
Yeah, I think the hardest part of moving on is losing your best friend, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll make you a stronger person to distance yourself because you can't move on if you're still talking to them. Okay, and I
It's
don't know.
true. It's
Some
true.
people need to hear that. If you're still talking every day, how are you going to move on? Because you haven't cut that tie. Cut that tie. Block them. Delete them. Do what you got to do, but stop talking to them.
Also respect yourself a little bit
Yes.
because if they're
Don't
shitty
beg
to you,
anybody.
you do not need to be begging anyone.
No. Know your self-worth. And then if they can't love you, you guys, again, like I said, you broke up for a reason.
Love
It
yourself.
wasn't meant to be. Love yourself enough to walk away. Walk away and find something better. Or if you don't find something, find yourself. Find yourself and love yourself.
Travel, get a dog. I don't know, party it up with your besties.
Yeah.
Just a
Go
couple.
to the gym.
Yeah, get
Read a
fit.
book. Anything.
Educate yourself.
Maybe
Enroll
go-
in school.
Therapy. I always vouch for therapy. Like if you got to talk through your feelings, don't talk about your feelings to your ex. Find a therapist.
Journal a little bit.
Thank you all for your questions. We appreciated all of them, and we hope we answered them the best way that we could have. If you have more questions, send them in. Send them in. We don't have to ask a question for you guys to ask us questions. You can
Oh yeah, please do.
slide in our DMs any day.
And I feel like a lot of guys are scared to ask us questions. Like a lot of
Most of these
Ma-
questions that we received
yeah.
were from women. A couple guys.
A couple guys, yeah.
But if you...
Our partners don't count.
Our partners are so supportive. They asked a lot of those questions. Cutie pie, I love you.
But yeah, don't feel like we're going to tell everyone. Like, we're not.
We're never going to say your name.
And you know what? We even made a thing to where like like stories that people send us in, like if I'm going to tell them, Jenny doesn't read it so that her reaction is like candid. And vice versa. Like, if I see it, it's between you and I, baby.
Yes. And nobody else is going to see that. They're never going to know it's you.
Yeah.
Confidential.
Confidentiality.
Say it for me. Confidentiality. Did I say?
Confidentiality
is key. So we will never tell people that it's you. Yeah. All right. So,
Jen, how did you meet Julio? Before we go, I guess you guys want to know how we met our babies.
Yeah.
Our little babies.
Yes. So my fiance. So we originally met on. You guys, we met on Tinder.
Sponsor us, Tinder. Sponsor
us. Sponsor us, Tinder. You created this love story that I have. I'm married. Almost. Almost.
This should be in a commercial.
I brought the ring today.
Ooh.
This is the ring.
Look at that diamond.
I know.
Look at
Julio did good.
Ooh.
And if you can't see the ring, follow us on YouTube. But so we met on Tinder, and I used to only go on Tinder to like get hyped up, because
boost your confidence a little.
Yes, it would be like 3 a.m. I'd be drunk. Get on Tinder. I'm like, I just want some compliments today. So I got on Tinder, got my compliments, got my daily dose. My head got big, and I was like, okay, it's big enough. Like I can get off Tinder.
Yeah.
Julio messaged me. I liked him.
What did he say? What did he say when he slid in the DMs?
Honestly, I don't even remember, and I wish I would have.
It was probably something so cheesy.
But
Julio.
It was so cute. You captured my heart. His caption was like, "I'm a fish dad" or something like that. And I thought that was so hot.
I would have skipped.
Like, oh my god, I love you. And then Julio used to play football in college, you guys.
Did he have a football pic?
He had those pics, and I was like,
oh,
that
I
guy's
knew
a
it.
snack. So I allowed it. He messaged, I messaged, and then eventually I got a little scared because I watch a lot of like Criminal Minds, and I was like, you know what if he's not a real boy?
What if he's a murderer?
What if he kills me? So then I was like, I'm not gonna respond. I don't know if he's a real boy. And so,
what if he's a fake boy?
Yeah, what if he's just trying to murder me? No, but he didn't end up murdering me.
He murdered.
Yes, he did.
He murdered something else.
So I was taking summer biology class, and we had just gotten done with the test, and I had like a hair.
That was disgusting.
I had a hair in my back.
If you guys are watching the video,
I had a freaking hair.
Like Jenny pulled out something out of her butt crack and went like, looked at it. Was like, meh.
It was my shirt. She's lying. But if it was my butt crack, guess what? Hairs get in there too. When you're a girl, hairs just slide in everywhere.
Especially when you have longer hair.
And it tickles. Yeah. It tickles. But it was my back, not my butt. Kaycee,
don't lie to
get
us.
it right. If it was my butt, I would say it. No shame. So we met in summer class. It was after we got done with the test, and I was talking to my friend, and then he turns around and my mouth dropped. I was like, that's the guy from Tinder. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was gonna say hi, but he rushed out of there, and I was like,
he was so scared. I guarantee he was so nervous.
You know how he is.
Yeah,
he's so
gets
shy.
all odd and like
shy. So he just went away, and I was gonna say hi because I'm a confident girl. But no, he didn't allow it, and so whatever, So I was like, oh, that was a Tinder guy.
He ran away from Jenny.
Hours later, he messages me on Tinder, and he's like, hey, are you in my class? And I was like, yes, I am. And so from then on, we haven't stopped talking. So yeah, it was so cute.
I love that.
And then we had our first date. It was beautiful. And from that moment,
and the rest is
history. We're going to get married 2024, 2023. I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited.
Ooh. And I'm going to be the maid of honor.
You know it.
It's going to be blessed.
So how did you meet your mans?
How did I meet my mans? I actually met him through Instagram.
Oh,
because guess who recommended him? Jenny was his reference.
Absolutely. 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10.
Well, I think we were actually in Hawaii. This is when we were on our Hawaii trip, and she was just on Instagram. We were laying on the bed, and she was like, oh, you would love him. And I was like, who is
He posted
that?
a pic, and I was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of this before? Like, you guys would get along really well.
And I followed him on Insta.
Yeah, Kaycee made the move.
I feel like every time I like someone, I'm like, let's go.
I love you.
I love you. Do you love me?
But don't say that. I mean, don't say it because
hot?
people could get scared. But you can just say it in your head.
Yeah. Don't tell people you love them.
You can tell your friends, just don't tell the guy.
And so I followed him, but like nothing ever happened. And
Yeah.
I think one time he posted himself, and I think he went to San Diego. And I like reacted to his story and fire. And I made the
send the
first
fire
move.
emoji?
Yes, I did. The fire one, you know.
Ooh.
And then like a couple days later, I posted a selfie, and he reacted to it. And he was like, "You're so beautiful." I was like, "Thanks, I know. And I just like complimented him. And then I left him on red, and we didn't talk for like a while. And then he posted this is why I told you have to be funny, you guys. You have to be funny. He posted this super funny meme on his Instagram. And I responded like, haha, you're so funny. Like, please love me. And then he said, I'm in Reno, because he doesn't live here. And
Well, he does. He's originally from Reno, but he doesn't. Yes, you're right.
he doesn't live here. And I was like, you're in Reno? And he was like, yeah, I'm here for a week. And I was like, okay, we're going to dinner. Let's do this.
So ladies, make the first move.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be him.
Yeah. And he's not the type that would make the first move. Like, he told me too that he's very like laid back and like, if it happens, it happens. But I don't like that. I was almost going to say his name.
Kaycee goes for what she wants.
I go for what I want.
But me, I'm a little shy. I like wait for them to come to me.
I like making the first move. It makes me feel powerful.
And I'm just maybe a little old-fashioned, I guess. I don't know.
But anyway, we hung out that entire week. Mine's not as romantic as Jenny's.
It's so cute.
We didn't have a class
Literally
together.
Tinder, you guys.
I
That's
know,
not cute.
right?
I hate telling people that. I'm like, Tinder.
I'm like, oh, I met him on
Julio,
Insta.
Can we like lie and say like a new love story? But
Just say
people,
you met at
people
school.
say, aw. That's what I used to tell people.
Yeah.
But like, I was gonna be honest with you guys.
Tinder?
But yeah, no. I mean, that's what I told I told my parents that we met at school.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna be like,
then
guys, I was on Tinder.
But then months later, I was like, okay, Mom, like I met him on Tinder, and she's like, I knew you met him on Tinder, and I was like, oh, how did you know?
Moms know everything.
They do. So that's how we met our babies, and maybe you will find your love on social media. So never lose hope, you guys.
Maybe you'll find your baby on Insta.
Make the first move. Slide in those DMs. Send that emoji. Say you look fire.
Say you look so hot today.
Yes. But now it's time for Toxic Story of the
Dun,
Week.
dun, 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 dun.
Woo! You guys sent them in, and we're gonna read them. This time we got it together. We screenshotted them before, so we're not as messy as last time. We're gonna get great.
We're getting better.
We're getting better. I'm gonna start off. So again, I'm reading this. It's not my story. This listener said, I had a best friend for 7 years, and I loved her like a sister. We did everything together. I never actually realized how toxic she was until I got into a relationship with my current boyfriend. I had a miscarriage last year. We had planned a trip prior to me getting pregnant, and I was so excited when I knew because I had been trying. When I told her the news, I could tell by her reaction that she was happy for me, but like pretended to be happy. When I found out about the miscarriage, I told her, and she visited me at the hospital. She came in smiling and eating lunch and sat down like nothing was happening.
Oh my God.
How could you, heartless girl? My boyfriend was there and saw her reaction and told me that she was not a good friend.
It's not normal.
No, it's weird. How are you going to pretend nothing happens? You just lost a baby. I didn't think about it much, but 2 days later, she contacted me and asked if I was still going on the trip. Even the audacity of that. Since I wasn't pregnant anymore, so she asked me if I was going to go on the trip since I wasn't pregnant anymore, and that really opened my eyes. Looking back at our friendship, I came to realize she wasn't genuine, and I was blinded. I then realized she was never happy for me. I remember one time we were getting ready to go out, and she was letting me borrow clothes so I didn't have to drive to my house. But everything I wore that I liked, she said I couldn't use because I was going to stretch it out.
Why would you even
my
let her
goodness.
borrow clothes if that's what you think?
Yeah, that's so rude. When I moved away, she started to hang out with people that would talk bad about me, and they have hurt me continuously, and became friends with them. I cut her off with no explanation because I didn't want toxic people in my life. We stand for that. Mm-hmm. And she would reach out to me, but I would ignore it. For the last 2 years, she ignored her. She recently contacted me because she needed a friend, and I was there for advice, but I don't know if that was right. I ended up confronting her about everything. Ooh. And she said she didn't think she did anything wrong. I know she's been depressed, but now I don't know if I should be there for moral support. Ooh, no. Do not be there for moral support. She does not deserve your friendship. Losing a baby is such a big thing, and for you to be so self-centered that you are gonna pretend that that didn't happen and just like focus on yourself. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. She just lost a baby. Like, that obviously meant a lot to her. She was trying for so hard, and you're just gonna pretend like nothing happened. Nobody cares about your dumb trip. Nobody wants to go to your trip.
Also, if you're not going to be supportive, why even visit her in the hospital?
Yeah,
like, that's
stay at
the
your
hardest
house.
time.
Stay at your house. She's not trying to see
and
you.
don't come in all giddy. Like, even if you're not freaking sad, you fucking pretend to be sad. I want to see crocodile tears, baby.
Or just be understanding. Validate her feelings. She went through a loss. She's grieving. And for you to just, like, try to get her to bounce back, that's not okay. That's not okay. No. Be a better friend. Also, or the stretching out clothes. That's so rude. If your friend needs to borrow something, you let her borrow whatever she wants, unless it's new.
Unless it's, like, expensive, then I get it.
No, I mean, but, like, if you haven't worn it yet and they want to wear it, I'm like,
oh, no.
If something's
tags
new
are still on.
Yeah, no. And that's what I usually say to my friends. Like, if tags are on, you can't borrow, but anything else, fair game. Like, get whatever you want. So that's rude. You're selfish. I don't think you should be there for her, because at the end of the day, she's not a good friend, and you don't need that type of energy in your life. She wasn't supportive to you. She wasn't there for you when you needed her, so you shouldn't be there for her.
I agree.
I think you should look for better friends, and I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm so sorry. Miscarriages are so sad. I do hope that you get a baby soon, and I wish you the best, and hopefully you have better friends than this, because this one's not the one.
Listen to the previous episode on toxic friendships.
Yeah. A lot of the things that she did,
those are red flags.
Like, red flags.
She has a lot
pretending to be happy for you.
No thanks, sister.
Not validating your feelings.
Okay, next story. Ready? I dated a guy in high school for 2 years. I was young and he was already in college, and very manipulative. I lost most of my guy friends because he was jealous and insecure. He would go out on the weekends to parties and told me that I couldn't. Controlled what I wore and who I talked to. He also took my virginity because he pressured me into it.
Oh, no.
I know. This is so sad. And then she put, "Don't worry, I'm a strong, independent, bad bitch that no longer takes shit from anyone."
Hell
and
yeah.
she is. On Valentine's Day, which was also our 2-year anniversary, I went over to his house to celebrate. He had just moved into a new place the weekend before, and I hadn't seen it. So when I check out his new house, it turns out he is living with a female friend.
And he didn't say that before.
No. She says, shady. Okay, fine, shady. Not the biggest deal. They'd been friends for a long time. That's what she said. That's what she thought, at least.
A little sus.
And then she says, then when he gave me a tour of their house, I noticed that only one room was being lived in. What? And so that's when I asked, hey, where does so-and-so sleep? This is a girl that he's sharing a room with.
Hell no, they're sleeping together.
Yeah, and he said, oh, we share a bed. Said it so casually, she said.
No.
Like, it's like a normal thing to him. So after grilling him for more information and him telling me many times that it was none of my business, and I put none of my business in like air
quotations,
quotes.
Yeah, of course, because obviously it was your business.
You're dating this man.
Ooh,
this is your man,
business.
Sister. He finally admitted that they had slept together multiple times. Thankfully, I had the courage to end their relationship right then and there. It was only after we broke up that I found out that every weekend that he was out and I didn't go out with him, he would tell women that we had just broken up, gain their sympathy, and sleep with them every weekend for 2 years.
I cannot believe that. Oh,
Luckily,
I'm so sorry.
the motherfucker never gave me an STD, and he ended up in jail for 2 counts of armed robbery. So
loser.
like y'all said, karma is one crazy bitch.
Yeah, that exactly. You have to do nothing to the people that like get you. If somebody hurts your feelings, okay, like take it with grace. move on from it, but guess what? They are gonna get it. They are gonna get it, not from you, because be better than them.
Yeah, and if you try to get them back, karma's gonna get you.
Life is gonna get them. Yeah, so always
just let it happen.
Be aware. Yeah, I'm really glad that you got out of the relationship. Most people would have stayed. Glad you didn't put up with that. So go you, sis. You don't deserve that. It was absolutely your business.
He was sharing a room with a woman.
I can't believe that. That's so shady.
Dude, can you imagine? I feel like I'd be the dumbass girl that shows up and I'm like, this is so cute, and like not even notice, and be like, oh my god, I love it.
on New Girl when Jessica shows up naked and he's sleeping in another room.
Yeah,
that's like what I was thinking of in my head. I can't. And so was the other girl her friend? Do you know?
I don't think that it was her friend. I think it was
just his
like
friend?
one of his best friends.
Oh, that's so shady.
And that's why it's so hard to trust anyone, anyone in general.
The universe got you. You went to jail, loser.
He also sounds like he doesn't know how to swim.
Yeah, no, you probably
sound
don't know
like
how to
an
swim.
idiot.
Sorry.
Do you even know how to spell? He listens to this and he's like, oh my god, I'm sorry.
As you should do. Next listener story. The first guy I ever dated, I really, really liked. He would take me out on all these cute dates. I met his family like 4 or 5 times. I thought things were getting serious. It took him a long time to kiss me, like 2 months of seeing each other a couple times a week. When he finally did kiss me, it was awful. It was awful. He completely missed my mouth.
No.
And then he literally ran to his car and drove away. No. And then she put question marks. She's like, I was so confused. She's like, I was so confused and embarrassed. He texted me later that night and said, I'm sorry I ran away. Kissing you made me realize I don't like girls. I know. And she's like, okay, like, I was like, okay, like, I didn't know what to say to that. She's like, and not that being LGBTQ is something to be ashamed of at all. I was just shocked because I didn't know.
And she thought the kiss was bad and he did too. So he's like, I don't think I'm into women.
It takes a turn, you guys. It takes a turn. Like, if this was it, I'd understand. Okay, like, yeah, you don't like women. I'm glad that you found that out. No. Okay, so he called me a week later and let me know he just saw me as a friend, and I was sad about it. So that's fine. But then 2 years later after that, my friend from Europe comes and visits me, and she stays with me for a month. The same boy texts me out of the blue and wants to pick her up from the airport with me.
Wait, does he know her?
Yeah, so they're all friends. And she's like, I said okay. It was really awkward. Like, I didn't know my friend and this boy had been texting, and they knew each other. Eventually, she found out they liked each other.
Oh.
The whole month her friend was staying with her, turned into her driving them around in town, taking them on dates.
Oh my gosh.
The same boy that said that he didn't like girls.
Girlfriend, I want to feel bad for you, but like, why are you so nice?
I know, she's so sweet. I was living with my parents at the time, and my dad came home and caught them doing things on our couch.
Wait, no, she lives with her parents?
Yeah,
oh
so the friend was staying with them at her parents' house. I know. One of the times we went up to Tahoe with a big group of people, and I turned around and they were laying on top of each other making out. I didn't tell her this bothered me because I didn't want to cause drama.
Girl,
I know.
Oh, no.
Long story short, she went back to Europe and they broke up. Me and this girl are still friends. We never talk about this, though, or how it hurt my feelings that she dated him.
That makes me
This
really
one is so
sad.
tough because how dare you pretend to be gay if you're not? Just tell the girl that you don't like her, okay? Like, that's not bad. You cannot like someone. You don't have to lie to them.
And you can think that the kiss was bad. Like, if you kissed her and you're like, God, I don't think I like this.
I've had some kisses that I was like, ooh, never again. Like, it just wasn't good. But you just let them know that. You're like,
he missed your mouth.
He missed her mouth.
Maybe he needs glasses.
He was probably so embarrassed he missed your mouth that he's like, I'll
like
never
you.
redeem myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't like you, but baby, she doesn't like you.
Also, if he's a bad kisser, how would your friend from Europe be into that, first of all?
Yeah, I don't know if that girl's your friend.
That's not your friend.
I don't know if she told her about that.
Maybe if she doesn't know, I totally get that. But that's why you should say something.
Yeah, you don't be so sweet. Like, it's so kind that you have an amazing heart, and I know you do. But I don't think you should let people walk over you. This guy was walking all over you because he knew the whole story and he knew that it was going to hurt your feelings, but he still went ahead and like made out with your friend in front of you and fooled around on your couch.
And also, buddy, if
gross.
you want to go on dates with girls and be flirting with friends in the same friend group, get a car. Drive yourself to the dates. Don't have your ex driving you around.
Exactly, you friggin' weirdo. Yeah. Like, get it together. Get it together. No. Sorry,
that's a pass for me.
Sorry that you went through that. Find better friends, please.
And please block this guy off of everything.
He seems like not a nice guy.
All right, last story. She starts off by saying, worst relationship story for you guys. Within a month of seeing a guy, he told me he was obsessed with me.
Ooh.
I mean, it happens to the best of us, guys.
What can you do? You're a good girl.
I got super freaked out because it wasn't a cute obsession. It was possessive.
Oh, never mind. We don't love that.
That's like serial killer vibes. It's like kidnapper vibes.
It's like Dateline. Oh my God. You went missing. That's my worst fear, to freaking get murdered. If you're out there, never murder me, please.
Please don't murder her. Please. Murderers are going to listen to this.
I'll murder you back, okay? Guess what? Oh, you want to stab me? I'll stab you back.
All these murderers watching this are like,
Scream.
okay, Jenny said don't murder her.
We should not murder her. You know, it always makes me think of Scream when the girl like...
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
She gets stabbed and she's like, you stabbed me. And then she stabs herself. Yeah. And you're like, what are you doing? And the serial killer's like, what are you doing? That'll be Jenny. I'll be like, oh, you want to stab me? I'll stab myself.
Watch this.
And then I'll stab you. Just kidding. Don't murder.
God, that was... Let's just read this girl's story, please.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so he's possessive, you guys. Like, he's scary.
Yeah, no. We don't love the obsession.
After asking multiple times for space. So they're dating. After asking multiple times for space and not receiving it, I ended things. It was a short 2-month relationship. So 2 months isn't too bad. That seemed to trap me. Yep. Ooh. But that seemed to trap me for much longer.
Oh no.
When I ended things, the guy tried to manipulate me into thinking he was going to kill himself.
Oh, and I really don't like that, you guys. So, like I mentioned, I work at a clinic. It's I work in the behavioral health department, and a lot of people do this. Like, they'll tell you that they are going to kill themselves if you don't date them. That's not on you. Always. And the therapists tell me this because I used to think like, oh my God, that's so on you. Like,
it's
that
scary.
That person killed themselves because of you. No, never put that on yourself. If somebody chooses that, that's on them. That's on them. That's not on you. Don't take that on. And then encourage them to get help, but do not feel guilty because that is not your choice. You didn't tell them to do that. No.
Yeah, it's never on you. He sent me numerous suicide goodbye messages and sent them to my best friend.
Oh my goodness.
I called to have a wellness check done, and the cops couldn't do much. The day after the wellness check, he sent a picture of a gun to his head to me. And I've seen this picture, you guys. He really did that shit.
Oh no.
I called the cops, and they went to talk to him. He started to show up to my parents' house and left notes at my door.
That's scary.
And creeped around my front yard and into my bedroom window.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Creeper. We got cameras.
Who's gonna feel sorry for you when you're doing shit like that, dude? You're fucking harassing her. Weirdo. Get it together. Oh my God.
We got cameras and motion detectors installed. LOL. I'm in a very great and perfect relationship now and so in love.
That's good.
And she really is. She is thriving with her new man.
I'm glad you're thriving. That's so scary. That's so scary.
I have more tea to spill because this person,
the guy, send like a follow-up or something?
No, I just know.
Okay.
I'm talking about from personal experience. This guy, like, I knew when this was happening because I'm friends with this girl, and so how do I even start this? She was like telling me about this, right? And she was like, look, he's being psycho, whatever. And I kind of felt bad for the guy because it's something so serious. Like, I don't want anyone to kill
it's something
themselves.
That it makes you feel sorry for someone that they're going through.
Yeah, so bad.
But he needs therapy. You need therapy, bro.
And stop making other people feel bad for things that you're dealing with.
She just didn't want to be with you. Accept that. If somebody, like we said, if somebody doesn't want to be with you, don't freaking be weird about it. Just take it.
Don't force anyone.
Just take it and deal with it. Go to therapy, get help, because none of what you did was okay.
Do not put it on other people.
Also, she should have. I would have pressed charges. No, thank you.
I don't know.
You're gonna visit me? Oof.
And so, whatever. We're feeling super bad for this guy, right? I go out to the bar on Saturday.
Oh, no.
This motherfucker is out with.
Weekend?
No, this happened like a while ago.
Yeah. Okay.
he was out like living his best life, like with a new girl already, had a new girlfriend, you guys. And so I go up and I'm like, hey dude, and he was like his mouth just like dropped. He was like, and I was like, oh, I thought you were like sad about the breakup, like what's going on?
Hell yeah, Kaycee calls people out. Ooh,
especially like I don't give a shit about men.
Because if you're mean to Kaycee, ooh, you better know you're gonna get that.
You know who you are. You got some heat lately. But anyway, and he goes, please don't tell my friend.
What the fuck?
Like I just don't want her to know that I'm out right now. And the first thing I did was like call her. I was like, girl, don't even feel bad for this guy. Like he's out here with another girlfriend.
Manipulating you
to keep you around.
No.
And that's the end of the story. Men are losers.
That was toxic.
Little boys are losers.
Week. Yes.
Waka. That was episode 2.
And that is it, you guys. Thank you for joining us again. Hope you liked this episode. We will do more question and answer episodes later on in the future, but we got some content coming up.
Some good ones too. You're gonna like this.
They're a little saucy. So again, follow us on everything.
Instagram.
Rate us on Apple Podcasts. We already got a couple. Thank you guys. Love you guys.
I know. That's so great.
We have 5 stars. If you don't like it, don't rate us, okay?
If you want to like rate us lower than a 4,
we
then don't do it anymore.
That. We only want 5s. But please, follow us at Socially Selective Podcast. And thanks again to our lovely producer, Chava.
Hey, Chava.
Chava, plug in your again. And ladies, he's still single.
You gotta follow me. If you think my voice is sexy, then you gotta follow me at Chava with 6 A's and an underscore.
Ladies, men, anyone can follow you. Everybody follow Chava.
He loves all follows. And so do we. So, Socially Selective Podcast.
On Twitter? I was going to say Twitter. We don't have a Twitter.
And
Instagram,
YouTube.
TikTok, and YouTube, baby. Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Thank you guys. Love you all.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Boom. And then this is where the dancing is.